So we're following page 6 in the PneuGait manual. The first thing that I want to do is adjust the strap to fit the width of the shoe. And as you can see, in this case, we're about 1 inch too big for this particular foot. So I'm going to retie the knot in the nylon string and shorten it up approximately 2 inches. Best for this, so again, I'll shorten it up about 2 inches. Put a square knot in it, and for all of you that weren't Boy Scouts, you can go to the used bookstore and get a Boy Scout manual. So put a square knot in it, bring the knot back into the inside the nylon strap, just so it's not part of the wear pattern on the bottom of the shoe. Center it in the nylon strap. Now I'm going to put this string at the widest part of the foot, right at the metatarsal heads. And the buckle will be to the medial side of the foot. Then just fold back over on itself. The reason we put the buckle on the medial side is the most sensitive part of the foot is right here at the little toe. So I don't want the pressure from the buckle on that. Putting the ankle cuff on, I'm going to put the widest part to the front of the foot, and again, because I don't want the pressure on the Achilles. I'm going to put this on so it's a low down on the ankle, pretty snug so it doesn't slide down. So that's all we have to do to place the foot strap on the foot. And now, depending on what we're presented, will dictate how I strap this on the foot. The first thing that the most common issues are people are going to complain of medial knee pain, typically in this area. And for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have the person sitting down with the knee at a 90-degree bend. I'm going to take the forefoot, and all the pressure now is going to be on the lateral forefoot. So I'm going to bring the foot into a dorsiflexed, exaggerated, pronated bias. And as soon as I do that, you see what happens to the knee. It goes from a neutral to an unloaded medial knee. So now I'm going to bring the lateral strap across to the medial foot. I'm going to pull this strap just as tight as I can pull it. And now I'm going to wrap onto this ankle cuff. So keeping the foot in that dorsi-pronated bias, now I'm going to bring the medial strap and just put a semi-tension on it, so that the effect is going to be now to bring the foot into a dorsi, a little bit of a pronated bias, unload the medial knee, and what the dorsiflexion does is keep the person from hyperextending. So now we would just have the person walk around a little bit, and they're going to immediately feel a difference in the hyperextension, and you see as soon as she stands up, rather than locking out, she's in a flex position. So as she walks now, that will be the effect of that strapping.
Go.
This strapping technique is shown on pages 8 and 9 in the manual. The second strapping technique that we will, and that, by the way, is a result of, as the person walks, they're going to be landing lateral heel. As they land lateral heel, the force is translated to medial knee, lateral hip. So the effect of this is going to unload medial knee, going to unload lateral hip. The other thing this does is really aids in preventing the ankle rollovers, the ankle sprains where somebody rolls to the outside of their foot. Really effective for that.
Okay, it's on.
Okay. The second strapping technique we're going to show is for people who tend to have lateral knee pain. Everything will be the exact same to this point. Our protocol now will show a maximum dorsiflexion in the foot. Now all my pressure is going to be on the medial forefoot. And again, you can see as soon as I do that, what happens is it unloads the lateral knee. In this case, my strap from the medial to lateral is going to be non-elastic, so maximum tension on this strap. Now the lateral to medial strap is going to be medium tension. So this will have just the opposite effect. So this is on pages 10 and 11 in the book, and again, we would just have the person walk a little bit, and we'll see the same effect. They can't hyperextend, but now we're unloading the lateral knee.
Go. There.
Okay?
All right, go.
The third technique that we are going to show will be for people who have subpatella issues, who have bilateral issues, who have connective tissue or posterior issues. And in this case, again, to this point, everything is going to be the exact same. What we're going to be doing now is taking the foot into maximum dorsiflexion with a little bit of a pronated bias, not the extreme exaggerated pronated bias we saw in the first case. This strap now is going to be maximum tension. This strap is going to be equal tension. So we're going to have a lot of tension on both straps now. Now the effect will be that we don't get into hyperextension, so we don't get the repetitive loading on the subpatella. We don't get the hyperextension loading on the anterior medial or the posterior connective tissue. The fourth strapping technique that we are going to demonstrate today will be for drop foot, and in that we can either use 2 ankle cuffs or get one of the drop foot straps that has a double wide cuff. And again, we are going to put this on fairly snugly just above the first strap we put on. And as in the last technique now, we're going to really maximize the dorsiflexion bias, just a little bit of a pronated bias, maximum tension on this strap, and the same thing on this one. The difference is we have a much higher vertical vector now, really exaggerating, popping that toe into dorsiflexion. So the same thing we will see when this person walks, they really can't get into hyperextension, and as in all 4 cases, really tends to stabilize the knee and the forefoot.